Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to give my commentary on Don Juan. He works for Candy Burris Tucker, singer from the R&B group Escape, and of course, former cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. He actually spilled some tea on his YouTube channel yesterday. His YouTube channel is called Unapologetically. Definitely go and subscribe to him and watch the live video. It's only about 32 minutes. But he talks about why the real reason Brit Eady skipped the reunion, allegedly. And I want to give my commentary on it. Now, before we get into it, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And Don Juan, the Copyright Act of 1976, says that my fair use commentary on your soundbite is allowed. All right, so Don Juan, we are all familiar with him. He has helped Candy produce her stage play, A Mother's Love. He produced and starred in her spin-off show, Candy and the Gang. He is a very talented young man, and I feel like I almost feel a slight connection to him, like I do Candy and her family members and her friends, because she is such an open book. She seems like she's an open heart. So you kind of get to know all of the people who are in her life with when she was on reality TV. And Don Juan, again, has a YouTube channel called Unapologetically. And I watched this live yesterday where he was talking about some tea that he was given concerning Brit Eady skipping the reunion. So I thought that originally when it was shared that Brit Eady did not go to the reunion, I was thinking it was because, she did not want to talk about Kenya. She did not want to deal with her contribution to what happened at the hair spa event with her threatening the pow pow. She did not want to address the young man who spoke with Tasha K very graphically about what he says allegedly happened between him and her husband, Mike. And I thought perhaps she also, just whatever happened in these last few episodes, I guess, whatever, she didn't want to speak on anything. Then she announced her lawsuit against Bravo the next day. And I'm thinking, oh, she didn't want to film the reunion and then possibly screw up her chances to get a huge payout. And then I just kind of left it at that. And, who's got the next Diddy video for me to watch, So I was very surprised when Don Juan is going live and he is talking about some things that he was told. And some of it we did see in a very edited version, but he actually said, oh no, it definitely was more 2.0. So I'm just going to let you hear it from Don's mouth, and then I will come back with my commentary.
Brit Eady allegedly did not show up to the reunion based off of the episodes that she saw and what she saw, which she would have to be accountable to Portia. She'll have to be accountable to some things she said to Kelly, some things she said to Shamia, and also she stripped down allegedly nude in the episode that was edited for TV, but previously in the episode that she would have received, she was naked. She took all of her clothes off before she put her breast on the counter in front of the crew, in front of the cast, in front of everyone. They even have confessionals where they talk about it, is what I hear. And she was embarrassed about what was going to be shown, but they edited it before it was shown. I'm assuming she may have reached out to them, or the network execs may have said, hey, let's dial it back. But I don't think she was aware of what was going to happen, and it may not have shown her in the best light. Allegedly, that was what was happening. And again, no, she was not drunk from what I hear. And this allegedly is almost 105% truth. Let's go with that. Allegedly, this happened, but I am hearing this is very, very true. So instead of taking accountability, if you notice, even in there, she talks about, I look forward to taking accountability and doing all that in her statement. You got to read those words. You got to read those words. Allegedly, if some of you all interview housewives, if some of you all know housewives, I would want you to ask any of the housewives, any of the crew, if allegedly this woman stripped down naked in front of all of them. They were all very shocked, is what I heard. But it did not make the airable episode, but it did make the episodes that all of the crew that all of the cast saw prior to the reunion. With Leo, I'm hearing she may have spoke about the parenting and the child. I'm not sure. I'm hearing she may have spoke about the parenting and the child. Yes, but again, it is Portia's scandal with Brit. It is some things that she says with Kelly. Allegedly, it is some things that happen with Shamia in a comment maybe about her parenting, allegedly, and for sure, allegedly, it is rumored that Brit Eady saw the disaster of her stripping butt naked on camera in front of crew, producers, and cast. And when she saw the edit, that was one of the final straws because she felt like it was going to, not make her look in the best light. Buckle up.
Okay, sorry guys, that was a commercial break. So according to Don Juan, so we all know that leading up to the reunion taping, the cast members of A Real Housewives show, they are given the last few episodes so that when they have the reunion discussion, it can be in totality instead of them just seeing, 75, 85% of the season. They're sent the last few episodes and then they film the reunion. So according to Don Juan, when the ladies were in Grenada and we saw where Brit Eady put her bare breast on the kitchen counter, according to Don Juan, it was much more. I'm sorry for laughing, Brit, but according to him, she took off everything in front of the women, in front of the crew. So that could have been, male videographers, but and I know that I believe she did a shot when they were drinking. She said that really wasn't her thing, but I think she did do one. Perhaps that did it, like for me, I stay away from Remy Martin. Okay. That's just that. No, it sends me into another stratosphere. So it could have been that where she was feeling a little freaky tonight. Perhaps the R. Kells just got in her, but Don Juan said that she not only put the boobies on the counter, she put the clappers on the counter, the booty cheeks, allegedly. And so they were all very shocked. He said that in the women's confessionals, they said that they were shocked how much she stripped down. And then they said her body looks great. They said she looked great. They were just shocked. And I cannot believe, but here's the part that trips me out. So, of course, Bravo had to edit it, right? They had to blur out what's in front of the boobs. Okay, YouTube doesn't like certain words. So they had to edit it so that us viewers didn't get the Magic City version of the episode. But why would they send to everybody the unedited version? Why would they send the PORN Hub version of that scene? Like, are they trying to get her to reestablish her webcam career? I mean, what are they doing? I would have been embarrassed too. But at the same time, the women already saw it. They saw it when they filmed the scene, but still, like, I guess perhaps she was sober when she got the episodes. She watched them and she's just so shamed. She doesn't know if people let their man watch the last few episodes. I wouldn't have let my partner watch, to see her naked behind, but you never know. But he is saying that the last few episodes that they got, when they watched that one, it was like her in the nude. So he's being told that is really why she did not show up to film the reunion. Okay, so in my opinion, While I do think that's a huge reason, I think she also did not want to address her part of triggering Kenya to do what Kenya did at the hair spa event by threatening her with the pow pow. I think she does not want to take responsibility for that. Also, because she knew she was going to sue the network. So she definitely did not want to be on camera admitting that she was wrong when they went to that restaurant and she was saying those things in the parking lot. Also, Andy would have brought up what the young man told Tasha K because it was so graphic, it was so juicy, it was like OMG. And I made a short about it because I was just in so much shock. Like I thought I could give like commentary, but I was in so much shock at how graphic it was. So I think she doesn't want to talk about that. Her husband may have asked her like, yo, I don't want you to respond to that. And then again, she knew she was going to sue. So I think it is a culmination of things. I don't think it was totally based on her being nude. I mean, perhaps she's just very free and uninhibited, and she had a webcam career. I really think that's probably lower on the list. I know for me, between what that guy told Tasha K and the pow pow threats, to me that's a little higher up than just being in the nude, especially if she, that's how she used to get her money. But that's just my opinion. But Don Juan is saying, that is what really did it. And Don Juan, if that's not what you're saying, that's just how I interpreted it. So just my opinion. But that is the tea that was given to Don Juan. I thought it was very interesting that, he went live and he was like given this info. So I'm wondering if the blogs will pick it up. I know it is the weekend, but maybe once they get a chance to check out his content, they may go ahead and share it like on the big blogs like Jasmine Brand, Neighborhood Talk, so on and so forth. But I think this is interesting. What do you think about what Don Juan was told? Do you think that her stripping down in Grenada is the sole reason why she skipped the reunion? Or do you think it was a combination of things? Or do you think it is just because of her lawsuit? Or just because she didn't want to admit that she was wrong about threatening the pow pow? Or do you think it was just because of what the young man told Tasha K? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I'm now going to head back outside. I've been to the gym. I've been grocery shopping. Now I'm going to go to the park and walk some more, but outside. It's something about connecting, being outside with the grass and the trees and some people, and they may bring their dogs out to walk. All of that really speaks to me. Some may even say ministers to me, and it makes me feel really good. So I am happy to go back out to the park now, and I hope you're just enjoying your Sunday. And the work week is ahead of us. And I am asking all of us to not feel anxious about it. Try your best to think positive thoughts. We are all going to have a magnificent Monday and not a manic Monday. Whatever you have to do this evening to prepare yourself for a smooth Monday, go ahead and do it. I know later on tonight, I'll make my overnight oats for breakfast. And yeah, and that'll be that. And it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Try not to snooze your alarm in the morning so you do not have to rush. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.